everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys, and today I'm sharing a very special discussion with you with my favorite tarot reader, Astral Luck. I've been following Astral Luck since 2015. He's constantly read my story, philosophy. So I have a chat with him. He talks about how he got into the tarot. He touches on astrology because he is an astrologer as well. And what I'd like to know from you is if you would be interested in hearing more about Hindu mythology and about Eastern astrology as well. And if you are, I will do a series of discussions with Astral Luck around these issues. Also, you wait until the end, or if you don't want to listen to the interview and just want to see the reading by Astral Luck, I'll put timestamps and you can go to the end of the discussion where he does a reading for us. So the way we've done it, he's reading on one end and I'm showing the cards on the other end. What I like about Astral Luck is that he reads honestly and with integrity, and that's what makes him my favorite tarot reader. He's also very spot on for me. So I hope you will get as much from him as I have, and and enjoy the discussion. And please give me your feedback. And like I say, if you want to hear more about Hindu mythology and astrology, Eastern astrology, let me know and we will get that in motion. Okay, enjoy, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Welcome, a really big welcome, because, in fact, I've thought about this for a long time, sharing you, and I always talk about you because you and I have a long journey. I've been following you since 2015, so I'm not sure when you started. And I want to introduce my favorite tarot reader to my subscribers and to my friends. But maybe you can start by telling us about yourself. And I know that you are an academic, and it's quite unusual to have an academic doing tarot. So if you can talk about that a bit and how you got into tarot.
Yeah, thanks, Gladys. You're always very kind to me. And thank you for having me on your channel. It's really wonderful to be able to share my thoughts with your subscribers. I started my journey with tarot somewhere around in 2007, 2008. Actually, I before that I was already studying astrology to a certain degree, and I started learning astrology in 2004, but I was not very active with it. And 2008, one of the events when I was outside with my boss for a work meeting. And after the meeting, he just happened to stop me and asked me, "Can you wait for some time? There is a tarot card reader here nearby, and I want to meet her for a reading." And I just made fun of him because I really didn't believe in tarot cards back then.
Mm.
And he forced me to come along, and the reader asked me, okay, just for fun, if you want to ask three questions, what would be those three questions? And let me answer to create some faith in you. And I, without any reasoning or without any thought, I just asked random questions, which were the burning issues of my life at that time. And she answered the questions, and I came back after a few months. I realized everything was happening the way she said.
Oh, wow.
And that it's difficult to find a tarot card reader every now and then I was like, okay, I need to learn this on my own. That's
So,
how I started learning in 2010, 2011. I started learning on my own. I started learning tarot in 2010, 2011 with Madhvi itself. And 2015, I started my YouTube channel.
oh, okay. So I've been
Yeah.
with you since you started your YouTube channel, because that's when I found you.
Yes.
And there weren't many YouTubers at that time doing tarot, right? It was quite new.
Yes, it was quite new. Even before YouTube, I started in 2014 Christmas break. I just started doing free readings for people on Facebook, and to my surprise, all those people wanted me to do more readings for them. One of the persons for whom I did free reading suggested that I can pay you if you do a reading for me now because I'm in need of this reading. And I was like, this is getting interesting. So I just started with that. And with that initiation, I thought that maybe I should reach out to more people through YouTube. And I quickly created a website and then started posting videos on YouTube. And it was quite supportive for me to survive on those years. And then slowly I moved to academics and I was like, okay. And now things are getting little weird because in academic world, uh, nobody recognized occult, nobody recognized this world.
Yeah.
So how do I manage these two? And that's the reason why I always find myself divided, because sometimes I have to pay a lot of attention in the academic world to finish my job there, and it's so analytical there and has to be so logical.
Yes.
And and in the world of tarot or in real life, things don't happen logically.
Mm.
And sometimes that's the reason why I take breaks in between, that I need to find balance.
Yeah.
Either I have to be completely in this mode or that mode, and slowly and steadily I'm learning how to balance it out in my own life.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, how do you? I think that's an important question. How do you marry the two? And how? What do you have techniques for switching between the two, or maybe marrying them in some way, or is it just a
uh,
natural thing?
it came with practice and realization that these uh, what initially I tried very hard to convince myself that I can be of some kind of use to the people on the other side. Like I see literally there is a gap between the academic world and the people there and here. Even
Mm.
if they believe in occult or anything, nobody opens it uh, in their conversation that I believe in this, because it's kind of against the reputation there. So they don't even bring that to any kind of conversation. So I just casually dropped it down that, okay, I do astrological and tarot readings. And they were like, they totally dismissed it. And I realized that there's no point getting acceptance here, and also trying to be there, because it was harming me in a way of building my own reputation as a good researcher. So I just realized that I should not be mixing them up both, but in a way to get back to this balance, it was like, okay, when I'm a group of people with who I have to interact, they don't recognize us. I just don't mention and don't talk about these things. And when I'm back at home, I know that this is my free space and I can do whatever I want, and I can I don't have to mix these two things together.
Okay. So you keep that separation. But do you think that that's changing? Because I think, well, anyway, I have a view about that. But do you think that is changing, that people are becoming more open-minded, or are you not seeing that?
At least in the circles where I uh, live with or work with those kind of people, they are still quite dismissive about it,
Uh-huh.
or they don't talk openly. They don't like to talk about it openly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
And but so, okay. So you started touching on the importance of tarot, I think. Can you talk a bit more about why you think tarot is important and how people can get benefit from it in their lives?
So, tarot is an important tool for you to understand what is coming next for you in terms of being aware of the possibilities. But just believing that whatever the possibility has been revealed to you will happen, because you again are the person who can change your destiny. You hold a lot of power. If you are managed to reach a tarot card reader and found that a good or bad thing is going to happen for you because of that tool, and you start getting into a very happy zone, that everything that was predicted was very good, or everything that was in a bad zone or a confused zone because everything that was predicted was bad. You need to realize that this is a tool which helps you to gauge the most probable possible future. But now you have this willpower in your own consciousness, which can help you to actually enhance the good or bad things in your life. So you have a lot of control. Sometimes it's a bit delusional. Sorry, I'm taking a very broader perspective of to your question, but what I'm trying to tell here is that tarot is a very important tool which can help you to understand what is the best possible future that is in store for you because of a certain reason. But then you should not get very delusional from that perspective, because it also gives you the power to change it. Sometimes, if
Yeah.
you are very happy about a future good possibility and you don't work hard, you might change it by destroying it with your overconfidence. So,
Mm.
this is very important to bring it out there, because a lot of times, a lot of people come back to me that you predicted so and that never happened.
Mm.
That did not happen because you already had that information and you worked towards it,
Yeah.
that it should not happen.
Yeah. Yes. It's such an interesting one, is finding or reminding people about their agency within their, even as you seek guidance, that they have
Yes,
agency. I often talk a lot about that in my readings. And in fact, it's one of the things that I really respect about you, Astral, is that you, I don't know, there's something about your readings that, I guess, for me, they are open to my interpretation as well. Do you know, like, you read in such a way, maybe metaphorically, I'm not sure if it's that, I can't put my finger on it, but you read in such a way that there's, well, at least from since I've watched you, I've always been able to see myself in your readings, and you don't just focus on the future or a definite outcome. And I think that you're also very, very honest in your readings. Uh, like, you don't talk about a rosy future.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I do that is like I leave it open for interpretation for
Yeah.
the audience, because first of all, I'm doing a general reading. It cannot be that if I do a reading for 12 signs and all the people who are watching in different categories of the sign would have same future. That is
Yes.
impossible.
Yes.
And yeah, so but the energies are there. Yeah, it's the signs bring some kind of energy, or if you are choosing a pile, it's you are choosing a certain kind of energy, which, or you are guided towards a certain kind of energy, and
Mm.
how that energy is influencing you. But then each one of us are going through a different thing in our life, so you have to put it together in your own life and see what is happening.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I appreciate. And it's kind of what I
Yeah.
try to do as well. Is like, yeah, there's there is that. Yeah, no, I like the way you've put it. That you bring your energy as well. You've
Yeah.
used your intuition to be guided there. to that
Yeah.
particular pile, or because we also have many different elements in our charts.
Yes.
So we can be guided to our whichever Western, Eastern, Sun, Moon. I don't know.
Yeah. I also got confused with that for a very long time, tropical zodiac or the sidereal zodiac, because
Yes,
in India you see people always using sidereal zodiac, and
yes,
if you talk to a Western astrologer, he or she might be using only tropical zodiac. From my experience, I tend to use both, and I try to marry them both, and I have seen that tropical zodiacs works the best to explain how the external world is working around you, and
okay,
how things are getting manifested for you. And sidereal zodiac is very much helpful to understand what is happening in your subconscious mind. And a lot of time when I talk about the sidereal zodiac, observations from the sidereal zodiac,
yeah.
they're quite dismissive because they cannot observe that, because if it's happening in the subconscious level.
Yeah.
And the clients usually come back to me after a year or two, or sometimes even 3 4 years later, that okay, you mentioned this and I was quite dismissive about it, but now it happened.
Which is leading us to the fact that you are, aside from tarot, you are also an astrologer, and
Yes.
also you know a lot about Hindu mythology and that kind of thing. So perhaps that is something that we could explore in a different discussion.
Definitely. Definitely, I'll be very happy to share about that. I
Yeah.
have a lot of stories to tell to people why I got so interested in mythology.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought maybe we could close with the reading. Just thought maybe a general reading for what? For viewers?
Okay,
Like just
yeah. So I'm using the Sufi tarot. It's a very beautiful set of cards. I don't know the author of these cards, but you can always Google it if you want. So right at the center is Eight of Cups. Crossing it is the Empress, and in the past we have Seven of Coins. In the future we have Five of Coins, and on the top here we have the Dervish, number 9, and what is the
the hermit.
major arcana? Yeah, the Hermit. Yeah,
Yeah.
each and under the surface we have Queen of Swords. For advice, you have Two of Coins, and then we have King of Cups, and we have uh, Prince of Coins or Daughter of Coins here, and the outcome is Ace of Coins. First of all, what I can tell you very clearly is that the audience for this video are struggling very hard from a perspective that they have been waiting for something to happen and that did not happen, and now they have emotionally so exhausted that they want to move away from that waiting mode and do something on their own. They just don't want to uh, keep on waiting for something to happen. And crossing that energy is the emperor sultan, and which is telling here very clearly that be practical, be bold, take the leadership role of your life. Don't
Mm.
allow others to dictate their vision on you. You have your own vision and it's your own personal journey. Go ahead and start working towards it and be powerful. You have everything that you want. You have, with the Hermit card, people have taught you all the lessons by ignoring you. Because they ignored you, you went into a deep reflective mode, and you have explored your own self, you have explored your own choices in life, you have explored your own strengths, weaknesses, and now you know everything what is required to move forward in life. And you have to move forward on your own because you came alone in this world. You never brought a companion along unless you are twin. But even if you are twin, you have to take an independent decision now and move forward in life. While you're moving forward, what I feel here is that you might have a bitter taste for the people around you who never came along in your vision. And you might want to have a sense of disbelief. You might also have sense of revenge in your mind. Cut that off because you definitely don't want to focus with them. Your karma with them is over. Their role in your life was to help you realize what you are capable of. And they were doing exactly what was meant to be done, to ignore you, because that's how you explode your own capabilities. So don't worry about what they did to you, worry about what you can do with yourself in the future and get out of that dilemma. That two of coins here is telling that get out of that dilemma, and what you can do is that be the same old compassionate person that you were, and focus on your own treasure, focus on your own nurturing your own self, focus on training your own self right now for long term. And that's how you'll start a new beginning which can bring a lot of financial and material wealth for yourself.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. I mean, it for me, I can see it for myself, you know, and
Yeah,
it's making me think of I've just done the zodiac readings, and the Capricorn had a big coin.
yeah. Good to know.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I guess for whoever's viewing, that's an inside joke because we are both Capricorns, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My tropical ascendant and tropical moon both are in Capricorn, so I relate to Capricorn very strongly.
But I just have to say, like, really, as always, that reading feels like a reading for me, you know. So I appreciate that very much, and I
Thank
do
you so
do.
much.
Sorry, Astral. I was just going to say, and I love that big old coin there, the Ace of Coins.
Yeah. I actually am looking forward to it.
But is there anything else you'd like to say in closing?
Yeah, I would want to thank you, first of all, for having me on your channel. And also thank you to all the subscribers who have watched this video. And I would like them to support you. And I would like your subscribers to bring you more luck and a good perspective in life as you do that for them through your readings.
Oh, thank you, Astral Luck. Thank you so much. I feel like that's a blessing for me. Thank you, my friend. It means a lot to
Thank you so
me.
much for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. And thanks for coming along. And, you know, I always wish you everything of the absolute best for all that you do.
Thank you so much.